Hello out there, this is the AnY Pony, and as you can see, new location, different location, but it is only my in-between location, since I haven't gotten my own place yet in Berlin, but I'm staying with relatives, so yeah, don't get used to this location. Nevertheless, new episode and new first impressions. An interesting kind, what was it? Discord / Twilight / Cadence episode, I like it. Basically the idea of the mix-up in the lineup. You see guys? Hasbro listens to me. Last week, I complained that Twilight should finally start using her wings. She did it in the opening with natural wing movement, and later she even flies, and... You see, guys? I complain, a week later, Hasbro delivers. So, let's see, what do I complain about this week? I have quite a few small notes, so I will just go through them chronologically. The first thing that irritated me quite a bit was Fluttershy alone on a road trip with adventurer get-up. It's really cool to see her this way, but it's just so like, really, Fluttershy came quite far away in the last few years. I mean, remember season 1 Fluttershy? Could you imagine her going on a slightly adventurous trip on her own with a train somewhere far away? I'm impressed. I like this. Talking about trains, holy crap! I mean, how badass is the Crystal Empire train? I mean, like, this monstrous thing like... What? Are they really trying to turn the Crystal Empire cool and radical? I mean, the train delivers quite good, so if they can pull it off, I'm all for it. Okay, I guess no episode without pissing people off, but... I mean, we all saw Flash Sentry's small cameos there, and... pretty much all that happened was that before he re-entered the train, he gave this little smirk in direction of Twilight. So, in what scenario do you react like this? Obviously, there is no deeper affection between those two because they didn't even wave each other or anything. And it's more an unspoken thing that was between them and that can be answered with a little smirk from his end. I say right after Equestria Girls, they had a little bit of a fling going on in the Crystal Empire. Nothing deep, nothing emotional. They didn't really hook up, but they had their bit of fun. That's my suggestion. And you can nothing do about it. Oh yeah. Really interesting aspect. Fluttershy and Discord apparently seem to really have some kind of letter friendship going on. And for all the people who are always like complaining like, this is not true friendship, there is not really a lot of stuff happening. And this kind of letter communication gives us a certain hint that there is more than just the occasional Fluttershy threatening to remove the friendship status, even so it apparently has less meaning than a friendship status on Facebook. Taking a look at all of my notes here, I have to say I mostly really enjoyed this episode. So right now we are about to enter the absolute low point of this episode, I have to say. I'm ignoring Pinky at the moment because you can complain every other week, or you can discuss every other week if Pinky is too much Pinky or not. The thing with the balloon, it was a little bit not fair to her as a character, but it made me smile both times, so yeah, I'm not going into this. It will probably sit not good with a lot of people, but for me it is... I have seen worse written Pinky, and yeah, she made me laugh, so I'm fine with it. But what I'm not fine with is the absolutely unnecessary exposition dialogue between Applejack and Rarity, so Discord can listen in and be like, oh, you're talking about this. It was unnecessary exposition dialogue, and while I can overlook it in episodes like the Rainbow Falls, where people complained about the exposition dialogue, this time it really, really made me grind a little bit my teeth, because it was so forced and unnecessary, and you saw where it was going. It was not just a redundant reminder to the audience. No, they had to stand there like idiots, talk out loud and openly about stuff only so Discord can overhear them and react to it. And it was not even necessary for the plot because he already knew about it anyway. So this was really why. Funny side note, Cadence is apparently just such a nerd as Twilight, at least when it comes to ancient heroes like Starsville. I mean, they're like, ooh, this is a light. I talked earlier about finally getting where certain connections that had already been talked about but never been shown came from with Discord and Fluttershy, and now we have it again with Cadence and Twilight. Now we can see how those two could relate so well, because they are both geeky girls. Interesting enough, because Cadence still looks a little bit more like anorexic supermodel, but with her mouth is so strange. And was it just me or the version I just looked? Was Cadence lip sync a little bit off, but only hers? And of course the big one you cannot not talk about. The song. I mean, John Delancey singing. We saw it in the Brony documentary that he is capable of doing this kind of rapish singing or whatever. I'm not good with this kind of music, but it was fast-paced, brilliant writing. It reminded me very much, especially with all the cultural references and stuff going on, and the pace of the song extremely reminded me of the genie in Disney's Aladdin. But yeah, conclusion, the song was really entertaining. The references, a firework on references, also great fun to watch. I don't know yet where to put it in the ranking. I just saw the episode once a minute ago, and I still haven't rewatched Bats. I also don't have a more differentiated view on the Bats song. So, oh yeah, and special thumbs up for the dance in between Twilight and Discord. I mean, animation-wise, it was not perfect. It was a little bit clunky, but overall, with all the dancing and Discord always making all those famous moves, and Twilight kind of moves along but also has this really annoyed expression. Gold. Oh, great. This is 100% perfect Discord. I mean, in Keep Calm and Flutter On, we knew where it was going with the whole morals thing, and it was so... the execution was kind of. In the season 4 opening two-parter, Discord was there with a little bit of gags and exposition, but he could not go all in because he was not the focus. He already took a lot of focus away with his mere presence, and now he was front and center. He was Discord as we learned to love him. Yes! Oh yeah, and in this regard, him actually getting Twilight and Cadence to pull the sky carriage. Well, then we got a bunch of action, which was also nice. Nothing too special, to be honest, but hey, enjoy-worthy after all. And yeah, then we get to the final conclusion, which really got me thinking about Discord's motives. I kind of had the feeling that he was maybe going for the his actual intention was to give Twilight and Cadence this day where they can enjoy each other. I was kind of afraid that they do it too openly, like at the end of the two-parter, that he is like, oh, but I just wanted to teach you a lesson. And that he pretends or even acknowledges to have planned to have intended that those two get quality time with a little bit of adventure. But no, he actually admits that it was all about a test for Twilight to show that she is really caring for him enough. And when he has this really grumpy face after he realizes that he was not able to destroy her quality time, that really got me thinking about his true intentions. So he really was about annoying them and destroying their quality time. I mean, I never wanted him to be a goody two-shoes, but this kind of mean-spiritedness, messing with people, yes. But in the end, I still would prefer him to be a bit less mean-spirited, because I don't know, it just made me wonder. Because basically now he is just a jerk and a bully, okay? Which he pretty much was in Elements of Harmony, where we all started loving him for being a jerk and a bully, but it's really tricky. But in the end, I have to say, it was a better ending that Cadence realizes that, hey, we got our quality time, and I personally enjoyed it more this way without it all being Discord's plan, because this would make Discord a little bit too all-knowing and would make all characters around a little bit too much his puppets. The fact that Cadence was able to enjoy the trip despite his intentions actually made all of them as characters stronger. My personal dislike for Discord's mean intentions aside, writing-wise, it was really well done. Megan really is back, I guess. I mean, I criticized her in season 3 for a rather weak Crystal Empire, and she did something else that wasn't really on top. But I really liked most of her episodes in season 1 and 2. So far, as much as I can recall, I really enjoyed all her episodes in season 4. And Ed Valentine also got another chance to prove himself. Did I mention at some point how much I like season 4?